Squats a little bit there.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yes.
So obviously you've recently made the decision to retire from the game. Can you tell us, if you can, how and why that decision came about and how tough it was?
Yeah, it's been a very tough couple of weeks, really. I suppose, to cut a long story short, I've suffered 5 concussions in the last 2 seasons, and off the back of another incident at training a few weeks ago, I kind of sought medical advice. I was really symptomatic for a week, and the guys looked at my history, my history of concussion, and just said, the risk is starting to outweigh the reward. And as a father of a young boy now, I've got to make decisions that are right by my family. And however tough it's been on me personally, I feel like it's the right decision. It's the most sensible thing to do for my own personal well-being, but more importantly for the well-being of my family.
So it's a tight-knit group at Saracens, and it's well documented. What's the support been like from the players and the coaches for you in this difficult time?
I mean, the club has been amazing ever since I stepped foot in the club, from day one, all the way to these kind of hard times with injuries in the last 12 months, and specifically with another concussion incident recently. So the club have been fantastically supportive, and I'm so grateful for all their hard work and for their help through what's been a really emotional and difficult time. The first guy I spoke to about was Mark, and he was completely supportive, and I think it's just such a great kind of remark on the club, is that they put people first, so their kind of interest was just on me and my family and what's the best decision for me personally, which is absolutely fantastic. So listen, the club have been brilliant to me from day one, up until the very last day. They've been absolutely world class, so I'm just so grateful for everything they've done and for the way they've handled the situation.
So you've had 4 seasons, 4 and a bit seasons at the club, 1 as captain and 3 trophies under your belt. Describe your time at Saracens.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's been the best 4 years of my life. It's been absolutely phenomenal. From the staff at Allianz to the players to the fans, it's just been an incredible experience, and one that I didn't expect when I arrived, almost 5 years ago now. So it kind of when I arrived in London, I didn't quite know what the future looked like, and I leave as a Saracens player to the core. My time in South Africa was fantastic, but this has really been the highlights of my career, being part of this club, which is just phenomenal. It's got such a good ethos, such a good way of doing things, and I've grown as a rugby player, but more importantly, I've grown as a human being since being here. So I'll be eternally grateful to Saracens for that.
So there's obvious memories, Alistair. There's obvious memories of winning the Champions Cup, the Premiership 2 times. But is there a particular memory that's close to you that really stands out?
It's probably the question I always struggle with the most. My biggest thing is not really the medals and the trophies. It's the off-field interactions. To be honest with you, hasn't even been the rugby most of the time. It's just getting to spend time with a great group of people. Learning a lot from the environment we're in, learning from the people that I've been around every single day. It's been fantastic. So, listen, there's so many to mention, and it probably wouldn't be the big ones. It probably wouldn't be lifting the trophies. It'd probably be hard-fought wins on kind of Sunday afternoons and stuff like that.
When you told the team, when you addressed the team, what was that like for you to have to do that?
Yeah, the club gave me a great send-off last week, and I got the opportunity to go in and address the boys and thank them all. And look, as you can imagine, it was incredibly emotional and hard to get through. And I just think it's a sign of how much that means to all of us, and how much this club's given, to all of our lives. And in my situation, a tough goodbye to say. It's something so dear to me. So the nice thing is I'm not going far. So I said to the boys, they couldn't get rid of me that easily. I'll be around the corner. I'll be at every single game, drinking beers in the Wolfpack bus, and no doubt bugging the life out of them as well. So it was tough, but good closure, and the support to the guys has really meant the world to me in this kind of tough time.
So Alistair, you take your next chapter in your life. So what's next on the horizon for you? Understand Wolfpack Lager's going strong. How's that all going for you?
Yeah, listen, myself and Chris started a brewery 2 and a bit years ago now. And since I've got some free time in my hands in the foreseeable future, I want to be launching myself into Wolfpack. See how many pints of dangerously cold lager can get poured across London. So, listen, excited to start the next challenge of my life. Rugby's been fantastic to me, but I think, like all rugby players, it's the next challenge. It's the most important one. Life after rugby. So, look, I'm excited at what the future holds. I'm not going far. I'm staying in London. I'll be at the club every weekend. Like I say, that club is so close to my heart, and that doesn't change. So, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported me, to the fans who've been fantastic, the coaching staff, everyone at Allianz Park, and certainly all the supporters for 4 unbelievable seasons that I'll never forget. It's just been phenomenal. You know, it's obviously the end of a chapter, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to say a huge thank you to my mum and dad, my sisters back home, and my family. You know, my mates from South Africa and all around who've been incredibly supportive the whole way through my career, who've put up with me. And then, you know, last but certainly not least, most importantly actually, is just my wife Carmen and my little boy Julian. I love you guys. It's been all for you, and you know, thank you for your unwavering support. I love you guys.